I'll switch to another camera view here in a minute. I'm trying to clean this thing up a little bit.
Hello, everyone. Hope you guys had a good year. Good to see you all in a side chat. Good to have Hasbro here. Appreciate you tuning in, guys. Kind of strange. It seems it's been so long. I actually forgot to hit the go live button. It's been so long since I used StreamYard software. Go figure. But we're going to have MacMan coming in here shortly. I thought he'd be here a little earlier, but apparently he's running late. Got Hasbro with us, and we were talking about some. He was showing me some reloading stuff that he bought for building ARs, and I'm sitting here showing him a few things I got. And I haven't did videos on some of this stuff, but I will go over here in a little while. Let me turn it over to you, Hasbro, and say hello, whatever you want to say.
All right. Good evening, everybody. I got a bunch of crap on the reloading bench, but it's because AR and I've been talking about different things related to tools and things we use for ARs. But I'm also working on some Ruger 1022 mags, some modifications of those. I'll show you those maybe later on tonight. But welcome. Appreciate everybody showing up in the side chat and looking forward to a great show.
Good to have you, man. Always a pleasure having you, Mike. Anybody comes on here, man, I appreciate you being here. Time is valuable. Good to see you,
Garage back on with you.
Yeah, great to be here. It seems like I haven't been on so long. Like I said, I forgot how to use the software, which has kind of surprised me. I clicked on. Let me go up here and call the side chat out right quick. Got Dale Pogue was good to see you, Dale. Coat 1927. Hey, Coat. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope everyone had a safe, good Christmas and a great New Year. Info Bros joined us. Good to see you, Info Bros. Andy 79Z28. Good to see you, Andy. Who else jumped in here? And began. Sorry we're late, guys. I was having sound issues. I had a Windows update a few hours ago, and for some reason I got my mic to work, couldn't get the sound to work. Hasbro was talking, I couldn't hear him. Got Hasbro with Garage Guy. Good to see you, Garage Guy. 351 Cleveland. Hey, man, I watched one of your videos the other day. Good to see you, man. Let's see who else jumped in here. Make sure I don't overlook someone. You have to overlook me again. I still got apparently chest congestion hit me a couple of weeks back. But Mr. Nightbot's here. Good to see you guys. It's been a while. I hope everyone had a safe holiday. And me, I just went with my family, hung out for a few hours, come back, and did a little reloading. But I mostly went on a gunsmith tool kick. Buying it. Hey, Brutal Bob. What's up, brother? Appreciate you jumping in here. This is kind of a last-minute thing. I wasn't initially going to do a show tonight, and I wasn't even sure I was going to even go back to 8 o'clock Thursdays. And I'd been thinking about it. If I do stay on Thursdays, I'm going to kind of hop around sometimes Monday, hop around sometimes on maybe before Mac on Monday, sometimes maybe even before Georgia on Fridays, I might jump in there. As long as I don't burn myself out. Good to see you, Mac. What's up?
How you doing, guys? Sorry I'm a bit late.
Oh, you're fine. Good to see you, man. Been a while.
See you, man.
It has been. It's been too long.
Sure has. I know. It's been so long, Mike, that I actually tried to go live, me and Hasbro a while ago. I hit the go live and forgot to hit the second go live button. And I'm sitting here looking at the little red thing and nothing comes up. And I go, God, I forgot how to use the friggin' software. But yeah, appreciate you being here. How was your trip?
Oh, it was great. Apart from the rain, it didn't stop raining the whole time you were there, but it was great to go back and see the family. That was really good.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. It's such a beautiful place. Now, I'm sure maybe not in the weather you had, but it's beautiful.
Well, we had rain here the past few days. I ain't kidding you. Dumped in here so bad that my shoe would sink down about 2 inches in the backyard into the soil. Like I was saying, great to have you here, Mac. Good to see you all on the side chat. Appreciate you. Info Bros, what is up? I've been buying all kinds of crap, which is crazy. I've been buying it with a credit card, but I'm paying it off, of course, within the 30 days or whatever days it is, weeks where I don't have interest. But I've been buying everything, stuff I ain't even did videos about yet. I bought punches, Grace. Do you guys have Grace punches made in America?
I do not.
They're so far they don't.
You're looking at MacMan. What brand of punches do you think he has?
I would think you would have Grace and Starrett and all the expensive stuff.
He's
but-
got Mac tools.
yeah, but yeah, Mac punches. They don't. Do they make AR punches? Roll pin punches?
not specific for ARs, but they do little sets that got the little pins on them and little balls on the top. I can get them.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. I know they would do the flat punches. Definitely. That was a good one, Hasbro. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yeah, flat ones, guys. I initially did Starrett, which are back then I think they were $50. Who knows what they are now? I told Hasbro they're so nice. I don't like using them, but I am going to use them. Of course, they're really nice. They're USA made, of course. I've got the Grace and I've got the Otis, which I did a video about. The only thing so far I like these Otis, but there's only 5. With Grace, there's 8. I paid 23 something plus tax, so 25 for $29 plus tax. I would have got 8 punches. I think it was 8, but this is good enough. If I find I need more, I'll buy another Grace set. But I've noticed one thing about this is like everything else, even reloading. You start buying all these tools, you'll buy a block, right? Say so-and-so company, and you realize I don't quite like that block. Then you got to return it. If not, you just keep it. And you want to give it away. I even thought about giving it away in a show and another item or two, but then I thought I'd have to restrict it to people that build guns, because why would I nobody would really want to say, if it was a lady in the side chat, she probably would not want to set a die or, something reloading or something that you would build a gun with. And so that would create an issue. And whereas, stickers and patches and this, that, and the other, you could pretty much, everybody likes them. But I have been looking on YouTube. I hadn't got stickers done yet, but I'm going to. I need to get around to that. But I have found tools, but I feel like I'll be copying Mac Man. I know those little screwdrivers, man. You get them things on Amazon, a bunch of them for hardly nothing. And I've got Mac Man's right here with a magnet. I've got this in 2000 when I took an A+ course. It's got the Phillips on one end, and then I've got Seba Vision, my contact lens company I work for, back there in my bag that I used to carry with me when I'd work on PCs occasionally. So yeah, these screwdrivers are awesome. I can get them at a good price. One thing about YouTube, if you ain't careful, you copy everybody on there, and you can feel kind of bad if you do, So I may do some stickers, screwdrivers, knives, you name it. We'll figure out something and start doing some giveaways here soon. Let me make sure I hadn't missed nobody in the side chat. Oh, She Stole My Thunders here. Appreciate you coming in. I need to get over your channel. I clicked on it the other day, and I got busy and got sidetracked. But appreciate you being here. She Stole My Thunder. She's a nice lady. Oh, I could still need to get with you maybe on an intro, outro video, and whatever you charge, we'll get it done. Hadn't talked to her in quite a while, but good to see you. CNT Designs and Arms is with us. Who else has jumped in here? Check her out, guys. She Stole My Thunder. She does reviews on movies sometimes, things like that. Let's see who else is with us. Mark's Trapping and Outdoors. Good to see you, Mark. Appreciate you being here, man. Scott Smith is here. Good to see you, Scott. Who else here? Hasbro, of course. Mike, Brutal Bob. I think I got it. So, what do you have any Pacific tools, Mike, on reloading?
I just use whatever I need, to be honest with you. I buy some of the anything that helps out. I use a lot of the Dillon stuff, because when I bought the Dillons, it came with the wrenches and the Allen keys and everything like that. But I've got a small toolbox in my loading room with some tools in, and I just run with what I got. And if I need something, I just go and pick it up. Either get it off the truck or go and buy it from somewhere else.
Hey, Brenda. Good to see you.
Use it.
We need Mac Tools branded reloading dies. Can you work on that?
That would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they look cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that will go down very well with them, though.
Brenda's Freedom Redbird. Thank you for coming here. I got to get over to your stream sometimes. I hadn't been in side chats much lately or anything hardly when I look back on it the past few weeks. But yeah, I went on a kick. I haven't did videos on these. I bought the I'll show you guys the Wheeler bench block. Now this is the second one I bought. I won't say the name, but I did buy a well-known vice block, and I wasn't impressed, so I returned it. Even though I didn't get as much back because I had to pay return shipping, I think, which is priority. But this here, man, regardless of what the reviews say, this thing is, so far I like this, the Wheeler.
So what is
Master
it?
block. It's a Wheeler vice block. It does the front sights of the military A2 front sight. It does the charging handle. It does the trigger housing right there. Now, what's weird about that is you'll hear bad reviews. I was telling Hasbro this on the backside. You'll hear people say, "Oh, this thing, the holes don't line up, this, that, and other." I think they got a bad product or maybe something that got past, quality control. This thing is dead on, man. I can put I'll show you guys. We can't load on here, but I can doggone handle parts. But you do that, and there is no rock on the trigger pin at all. There's no play. Now, I'm not going to say anything bad about this product because I kept it. And I need it for certain reasons. This is the Midwest USA. Midwest Industries vice block. I'm keeping it for the gas block part because it does small profile, and also it's a block for your receiver and your vice. Now this one, you put this one in here, it'll rock. You can hear it. Listen. See there? But I'm gonna keep it. I like it for what it does. It's worth it. I got it for $29. Sells regular 35 and as much as 40 actually. But this Wheeler, man, to me, excuse me, this is jam up. I ain't kidding you. And both of them are mold injection, heavy plastic. They're not something that would crack. You can see the seams on them, like they come out of a mold machine, which is weird. I used to run mold machines. Yeah, but we didn't run products like this. Well, actually, I did work when I was young in a company a few weeks. We did like a baby toys in these mold injection machines. And then years later, I went to a contact lens company and I actually repaired the machines, operated them and all that. So that's what I was doing the last probably 13 years of my life a few years ago.
That is my life. Going through school to first jobs to today, all about injection molded parts and designing them and running the machines. And
I didn't know you did that.
Stuff.
You do that stuff?
That's my profession, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And everything literally from Apple computers. I used to work for them doing that work. To Microsoft Xboxes, to aerospace and helicopter drop mine shields and all kinds of stuff. Now I'm doing automotive headlights and taillights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, type of work.
My brother, he worked 17 years at SEBA. He started in 81. It was probably the 27th contact lens in the world. We went on to become right there with Bausch and Lomb, right knocking on their door. And actually, I think we surpassed them at one time. And he started in 81, stayed 17 years. I started in 89, stayed 13 years. And, but yeah, I kind of miss all that automation, that molding stuff. I could keep those machines rolling too. And repairing them was even more fun because they wouldn't run. You could sit there and time would just go by fast, But, what tools you got? You got any tools you want to show, Hasbro?
I don't know. I could hardly stop.
Buffering on his end. Just to butt in. He said, "Am I the only one has buffering?" Yeah, it looks good on our end, Bob. I've got no buffering here.
I don't see him.
No, everything seems good here. Sorry, jumping in. Sorry.
No. You always jump in when you need to. Go ahead, Hasbro.
Yeah, I said for me, when it comes to reloading tools and things, it's hard to tell where I've stopped. I don't think I actually have. I've got, run out gauges, concentricity gauges, all kinds of stuff for all different scales, from laboratory scales back to manuals to an OHAS 1010 to a wall of dies. And it's just, it's like Macman said, once you get started, you never stop. And I got started with the Dillon 550B, and it's still a beautiful machine. And I've loaded literally tens of thousands of rounds on that thing. and it's still perfect. I just keep up the maintenance on it. It's perfect. But my single stage stuff, it's all on a mech Markman for precision rounds. I know MacMan's got one of those. He has good taste.
I figured you guys are good to, excuse me, to be on here tonight because you all do actually build rifles and shoot quite a bit. I did lower, but I've never did the upper yet. Oh, I did get something else. Let me show you. I did get this. I'm not going to do a long show tonight, but I bought the Midwest Industries wrench.
Is that metal or plastic?
It's a metal.
I got that one.
I'm impressed.
Actually, no, I've got another one.
I've got a Magpul, but it don't have the open castle nut wrench. And I don't like that. You got to slip it over the buffer tube. This here also has one feature that Magpul does not have. It has a thin thing for barrel muzzle brakes. It's thinner, and it basically will fit almost virtually every muzzle brake. Yeah, that's the one you were talking about, right? Midwest Industries.
This is the one I was telling you about. I have that's the Wheeler Universal one. The one you have is better for an AR.
Mm-hmm.
But I use this for 1911 stuff too. It's useful.
I'd like to have that one. Here's the one I got, bro. And it's the Real Avid Hollow. But I got it for like $6, believe it or not, a long time ago on sale.
So what do you use them for?
Which one?
Those ones you just showed you, that round one and the one Hasbro just showed.
You can rig it to do several things, but it's better for barrels or handguns and things. Just whatever you want. It's got holes, so you can kind of put a barrel there and punch something out, a pin out.
Yeah, I don't have any guns torn apart right now other than this barrel sitting here, but you can drop in, like he's saying, when you're doing a gas block onto a barrel and getting the pins aligned, you can drop them in. They'll fit in specific areas of it. There's different things, holes for aligning and driving pins. When you go to drive a pin out, right, you have it on a flat surface and drive it into a hole. You don't need this for that, right? You can drill a wooden block out, but it's just kind of a universal deal for a lot of different applications.
Yeah, I've used an ARs probably for about 8 or 10 years, and I've never used any of those. I just build them on the bench. The only tools I use are the little white blocks to go in the vise that it sits in the magazine well of the thing. I don't use any of those.
Good to see
like
you,
this.
This here I bought. I don't have that the vice block, but I do have it on this. That's why too I kept it here. It's also universal. There's my thing to hold my lower. I don't have that one right there. He has. That's the one that holds your upper to torque a barrel nut.
That's exactly what I use it for. When I work on an upper, working on a barrel, this is on every one of them.
I trust that one. I know because Hasbro's been using that for a while. He's done quite a few. And if I buy one, that's the one I'm going to get. I went the other route, which is one reason it was on sale. I think I showed this before. I know I did a little goofy video of it. I went the route, which is like the Geisley reaction rod. This thing is heavy. It's like a tank. Boy, I ain't kidding you. I mean, you whack somebody upside the head with this, it's like worse than a lug wrench. I mean, it will knock you out.
It supports
heavy.
from the inside.
Why I like this, it has I called it a fin in one of my videos. It's actually called a sail. And what it does here, when you drive it into, I'll show you right quick. When you drive it in there, it goes into the charging handle and locks. Well, what does that do? That keeps when you're tightening the lug nut, it keeps the upper from twisting. It actually supports this receiver where, I hate to say it, Geisley does not. They do have one that does support the receiver, but I think it's $200 and has a little dingy gold thing on it you flip, a little switch or button or something. This here actually locks in the charging handle. This one here, in my opinion, is one of the best ones I've ever seen. And it's only been out a few years. But this one, I truly like. But I want to get what Hasbro's got because I don't really want to use this, every single build. Not that I'll build that many, but it can wear out. They say School of American Rifleman, he uses this to check the clocking of a barrel. You know what I mean by clocking? the button, everything at 12 o'clock. So you take it and stick it in the, like, I don't have the, well, I do have the thing. I won't do it on here. Anyway, when you stick this in and drive it home, it goes into the lugs. And if it does, everything's clocked right. Believe it or not, occasionally the factory has been known to get those lugs off. And this here will tell you if they're off. Or maybe, say, if you built a gun, all of a sudden you couldn't get the gun to go into battery, you may not know it. Maybe your lugs were manufactured out of tolerance at the factory. That can happen. Now, does it happen a lot? No, but it can happen. You name it, it can go wrong in manufacturing or get through quality control, because you can't do it. Usually you can't do 100%. We used to try, even in the contact lens company. I used to do auditing also of lenses. That was actually measuring. I would actually take a contact lens when it's hydrated, throw it in a digimeter, tap it, get the moisture out of it to a certain extent, look at it, and tell you the thickness on a little digital meter. I didn't do that for a short period.
We're talking vice blocks. This is one I was showing AR earlier. This one I picked up recently called a Duo block, and it is for your pistol caliber carbine. So the top is a 9mm. Pop it in there, and it locks it right onto the mag well, so you can work on your gun, clean it, whatever. And then this is for a 45 ACP version. Just flip it over.
Wow.
It wasn't bad. I think it was like, I don't know, 26, 27 bucks, something like that. But I'll use this to death, because that was the thing when I built a PCC. It's like, it's a pain in the butt to clean, because I don't use a bench vise or a gun vise anymore. I gave that away. I just clean them on my bench with one of these type things in a vise. And I didn't have one for that PCC, so now I do.
I don't have a 308. I need to get a 308. Probably I'm going to get the Midwest Industries, because I'm not going to build a lot of LR 308 AR-10s. One reason it gets it very expensive, but I'll eventually get that reaction rod in time. And I can get it, I think it's a little higher than 100 most of the time, because it's, I think, more metal, so they charge more. These Mac are fantastic. Like I've seen people, you probably do what YouTube, they'll set a roll of tape, duct tape, a roll of tape where you painter's tape, masking tape, you name it. They'll sit there and they'll actually brace these trigger housing things so they don't break the little thing off. They'll actually sit it on that and do it. Well, see, this here sits on there like that, Mike. So you can drive your trigger in, don't have to damage your trigger. It's made for it. It's cut out, got cutouts for it, and your roll pins will fall underneath it. You raise it up, and there's your roll pin. So you won't lose your roll pin. So
I don't knock my roll pins in. What I do is I put a little bit of tape around them, and I use like an adjustable, like water pump pliers, and I squeeze them in. I don't like knocking them in, so I always squeeze them in.
I know what you want. Yeah, I want to actually get the, there's a tool, somebody on YouTube, it's called a Knip. Is it Knip? There's a tool that I can get on Amazon that's flat surface, and I can do that too, like you're talking about. Just take and squeeze it in, put tape on the tips of the pliers, and just squeeze the pin in. So I do know that technique. But sometimes, like the front sight military, I can lay it on here and it'll support it, and I can drive the pins out, the military tapered pins, and it'll be underneath this block though, and I won't lose them doing that. So I kind of like that. Eagle Run 23 is joining us. Good to see you. Who else up there? Hang on a minute, guys. Let me check out who we got there. I don't want to overlook them talking here. Michael Dunn has joined us. CNT is still with us. GW Outdoors. Good to see you, GGW. Surprise, Mac got me to stream tonight. Tread. Good to see you, Tread. Freedom Redbird joined us. Make sure I didn't overlook anybody. Colt 1927. Andy, good to see you, Andy. Freedom Redbird, check her out. She does a lot of streams. She does night streams too with the other people and does lives. I think she's more in a homesteading type, just general streaming. And I think one time she said she come into my thing and said something. I can't remember if it was her. One lady told me she wanted to learn reloading. One year, I think it was her. But yeah, I love this wrench. Man, this wrench is. I bought the Magpul a few years ago, and I realized some of its shortcomings. And if I could handle if I had an upper, I would show you how it works. But it's just good. It's got a cutout there, and it handles the thick muzzle brakes and the thinner muzzle brakes where you hardly have no room to get on. You can get this on where you can't get the Magpul on. It won't go on. I'm not sure Eagle has this one. If you do, let me know, Eagle. He
I was
says
just
I have.
looking at those, you call them, what you call them, those reaction rods or whatever they're called.
Mm-hmm.
Those action rods. There's a Wheeler make one, and they're on Amazon for $54 at the moment, 32% off.
Really? Wow.
It's a Delta Series Wheeler Engineering one-piece reaction rod, whatever you call them.
Yeah, I don't like that one actually. That one. Midwest Industries is the one I got. Eagle Run's got that one. I forget why I don't like. I think that's aluminum, if I'm not mistaken. Most things Wheeler does make, I do like, but that's one item I don't really care for the design on that one personally. But it's just my personal opinion on that one. But yeah, if you like it and get it, yeah.
So all you do is you put it inside your upper, and then you can just clamp it in the vise. Then can you?
Hang on, I'll show you. Yeah, I'll go ahead and pull the. Hey, we can handle parts all we want. If I get a strike, I'll sure let you know. All right, we got this right here. All right, we got the barrel, got the receiver, right? You'll take the, well, hang on, I'll put the rod away. It's got four it's squared off, right, man, for the vise. Bear with me, people, guys. A lot to handle here. Whoa, what am I doing here? All right. That's why I was telling you this will tell you if you're clocked right. All right. There you can see some of it, the receiver and the barrel up there. There it is. And you go put this in your vise this way, or even that way. And it's squared off here on the end, squares.
Blow yourself up.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
I've never seen these things. This is new to me, so I'm just having a look because it looks interesting. It looks a good way to hold everything rather than putting strain on everything when you tighten it down.
The thing with those two is they really hold it better, and they keep you from torquing your upper receiver. The clamps, if you don't have them on right, and you go to torque your barrel, you can twist your upper receiver. You have to be real careful with them.
Hold on a minute. Let me get
You
hang on, Matt,
can't torque it.
let me get him off so you can see. There we go.
They'd be good for setting it up and taking it down as well, because when you take the butt, if you've got an AR that's been together for a while, it takes quite a bit of tension to slacken that bolt up.
Yeah, you can actually break the button off, and you can flex this receiver, and it'll also crack it. Sometimes you'll crack the threaded part off.
And that's a Midwest Industries, you said, was it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is that the one you use, Hasbro?
I don't have one of those. I should get one. I've just used, because when I started building, those weren't around, at least I know of. So I keep building with what I have and what I know, but those are better, without a doubt.
I would say the one Hasbro's got for clamping them is one of the best ones you can get. And in my opinion, this is the best reaction rod. And they're still like $100 online. Some places 120. But yeah, it also tells you if your barrel's clocked right, Mac, right in there. So if it goes in, that means your bolt, you shouldn't have any problems going in the battery. No, but that's
that one I showed, the one I showed real quick too, it's a generic one that fits most AR mil-spec receivers pretty well. But when using it on the Arrow 9, it doesn't fit it exactly. And you have to be careful and kind of put it in a bind, or you will twist that upper receiver. So it's not the best in all cases. So for sure.
Yes, especially if you have a bad, like a stubborn barrel nut. Hang on, I'm trying to
Yeah, they're $125 on the Midwest Industries website at the moment.
check. Let me think who I got this from. I got it from Brownells for $98, $99. Optics Planet, sometimes you usually can get about 99 to 100 if you look around on the internet. But yeah, this has what they call the sail, and that sail goes into the charger handle, and it keeps that it holds the receiver so the receiver don't flex, and you don't break the button off on it. I have seen, which you all have heard of it, that button goes in this little groove here, right? Okay, if you got nothing supporting this, and you get a stubborn barrel nut, you can literally, that button, not only will the button break off the barrel, you can crack that threaded part right there. But you won't do it typically with, it shouldn't happen with a reaction rod, not this brand anyway. All of them, no, they can still do the same thing. Geisley makes good stuff, there's no doubt, but they don't have nothing that's like this. So theirs is more just a straight rod. And you can also get a generic form of this without the sail. And I wouldn't trust it either because it can end up cracking your receiver or cracking your button off, breaking it off. I forget what
Cheapest
what's
one I
the
can
name.
find is Midway USA. They've got them for $115.
That's about right.
And they're good for more than just torquing that barrel nut too. You could put on muzzle devices and you tighten them up, you know.
Yeah.
It's the same sort of deal, right? That's going to support it.
Yeah, good point. Thanks. Yeah. Sometimes I forget everything to say because I'm having to concentrate on the side chat and showing stuff. So appreciate you chiming in. Always chime in, guys, on this stream. It helps me. Yeah, this is really nice. This is the only version that actually has the sale. It's Midwest Industries. You can't beat it. But it's right. You can take your muzzle, you can put it in your vise, take your muzzle brake off. You can, what else could you do with it? Oh, you could actually put this on there, drive your pin in for your forward assist. You could, whatever you need to do this, like your door dust cover, you could put that on. I mean, I don't do that. I've got other tools that I use that, but you can do a lot more with this. Me, I just check it to make the barrels clocked and for barrel nuts, and the muzzle brake is what I'll be using it for. And I like the one Hasbro's got. It's to me one of the better built vice blocks out there for building them. I like the way it's designed, and I like that thing that he puts in. You put it in your upper receiver, and it actually has an alignment rod. And that way, if you need to do your alignment to your gas key on your boat carrier group, it'll make sure that's lined up right.
I don't have it out, but it actually goes in. It's more than just doing this, right? You have that rod he's talking about that goes in the backside of your receiver, and it'll help you line your gas tube, but it also supports the upper receiver when you go to torque on it.
Mm-hmm.
The combination of those two keep you from twisting. But like I said, doing that Aero 9mm, I don't have that choice. I have to just only clamp from the outside. And I had to put it in a bind to do that because it doesn't fit it perfectly. Those aren't really standard AR uppers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to do some tape too, like you got going on there. Another issue, I got a regular vise over here. It's got steel jaws, and they're rough, you know. Well, if I start putting these in there and cranking down, I'm going to end up damaging this. So I'm buying probably not. I'm gonna get aluminum too, but I'm gonna buy some plastic or soft plastic, hard plastic jaws to add on to my vise, which is a 5-inch, and I'm gonna put these into the vise block when I need. This one I wouldn't need to, but this one here now I would be putting in the vise block because I need that to put my lower receiver on. Like if I want to clean the gun, I can flip it, you know. So I need to do some videos on these, and I still will. I didn't really want to get into them, in a live stream as much, but hey, I still drop the video. Anyway, go ahead and make them in a week or so. Get them put up there. I got a few now of a few things I bought. But that's what I've been doing over the holidays. I see something on sale, Brownell. I see I've had shipments from Optics Planet, Midway USA, and then Brownell. So I've been buying from 3 different companies throughout the holiday season, getting all this equipment here up and where I can get to work here. And also I got to build that 6.5 Grundle, get that going soon.
Yeah.
I'm probably going that Eagle Run gifted me a 6.5 Grundle Match Series Faxon barrel for Grundle.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't have done it, but yeah, I mean, it is
You
awesome.
should send it to me and I'll break it in for you.
No. It's what's weird is it's like this one. This is kind of a SOCOM government profile barrel, 16-inch Faxon. I already had this one, and he sent me that one, so that'll be the second one. I also got a this is weird, guys. I bought a few years ago. I bought a Criterion, and that's a good brand. Criterion makes good barrels. They lap their chrome line. They literally go in there and lap the high spots off and everything. I bought that, and I didn't like the way it thins off at the end, and I remember telling Echo this, and so they gave me an RMA number from 2 years back, and I never did send it in. All of a sudden, I'm watching the YouTube lately, and they're talking about the Core Series barrels. That's what I have, Core. And what it is, government, being government, the front of our barrels are heavy on government profile. Typically it's heavy here. Then you got your little bayonet profile, lug. And then you got back here, it's thin. Well, why is it? Because it's got the word government. It seems like they went in reverse. What you really want is a thick barrel back here in the chamber, or not in the chamber, but, near the chamber and out, and thin on the end. For example, if you was going to do it, you'd be better off doing it that way. But government profile is the opposite. Heavy on this end, which is the end, which is the end, the bullet comes out of, and it's thin back here. which is really crazy. But that goes to show what government does for you. And somebody mentioned here a while back, I swear I got that from. I said government profile. Remember, it says government. And but supposedly, this, to make the long story short, I haven't sent this in, and I'm thinking about doing my first build around the Criterion barrel. That barrel costs 300 smackers, most expensive barrel I've ever bought. And what it is, it's a light on one end, six and a quarter gas block, and heavy back near the chamber, and it makes your AR balance in the midsection, so you don't have a front end heavy on your rifle. Hope that makes sense.
I bet you Eagle's out there going $300 for barrel. He's saying child's play when he talks 8.6 barrels.
Yeah, I was in a stream or something the other day. I can't remember who it was, and they were talking about 8.6 and something come up about barrel wear or something. I said, well, it does wear barrels faster, 8.6, because it's 1 in 3 twist, so it's 1 turn every 3 inches. And that's a fast spinning bullet, buddy. I ain't kidding you. Creedmoor spins. Don't they say Creedmoor barrels have a life anywhere from what, 2,500 to 5,000? Hasbro, I think. It varies.
What's that? I'm sorry.
A 6.5 Creedmoor, because the way it's designed, supposedly their barrels shoot out. They won't last like as long as a military AR-15 or a 308.
Well, they're not.
You know,
They're not so bad. From what I know, anyway, and I'm not an expert on this, but when you cross that 3,500 feet per second, that's when you really start to have barrel wear issues. And it's partially the velocity, but it's really the gas and the temperature and the time it's at in the barrel to get it that fast. And that's really what's degrading the steel. And they say burning it away, but it's really degrading it, and then it wears faster. But yeah, so that's why, like this 22 arc, everybody's, and I'm all in on the 22 arc, right? As soon as I can get a barrel, I'm all in. But a lot of these guys are shooting like 40 grain and 50 grain bullets, and they're going, wow, look at this, 3,700 feet per second. You're going, yeah, just keep on doing that, and you'll be replacing that barrel in 1,000 rounds, you know?
good to see you, Stuart. Stuart, the Fish Whisperer. He does flies, guys. Check his channel out. Type 1776, drop your link. Only ask to do it once, and don't flood the chat. That's all I ask. But just type 1776, and it'll drop your link to your channel. Yeah, I'd through my research, I'd heard the barrel shoot out faster. I heard the 8.6 when it first hit. That was a question they said for the military, because they was going to have to buy the holy crap out of barrels. They'd be blown, because they shoot a lot of rounds, a ton.
Yeah.
And they said the barrels would not, in that 1 in 3 twist, would just burn up a lot faster. And that's not just one person. I've seen quite a few of the military guys were talking about it. Back in
I set these out. I'm going to just show these real quick. You don't care, and I'm going to put them away. But you talk about necessary tools for building an AR. This is a beginning tool to me for any gun. And that's a Wheeler fat wrench, torque wrench, right?
Yeah.
That's just like a requirement. You need that no matter what you're doing. So doing that, and they're not too expensive. That's pretty good. And then one I picked up recently and did a short video on is how to align your scope. I've been using a couple different small Wheeler levels, but this system, I got this for $55 on sale. And it is really good. And I always wondered, because you hear a lot of people going, oh, you can't level your scope off the top of your turrets. And that's garbage anymore because of the accuracy of the machining on the scopes. And so that's what this Paramount Tactical on his channel, he did a video about this thing. He says that's not even an issue anymore. So because I had tried the plumb bob deal, you know, and he says the real problem, and he's right, the real problem with plumb bob is you can, as long as there's no air or whatever where you're at, that line will be straight. But you have to get your gun perfectly level and hold your gun level while you do your adjustments. It says it's impossible to do with a plumb level. So the way this thing works, it makes it really easy. And he says because of the accuracy of modern scopes, there's no problem with setting the level on top of the turret. So anyway, that's why I'd mention those two tools.
I agree with it. Yeah, I agree on that. The manufacturing now is so more precise than it was years ago, decades ago. Let me get this. I about forgot how to run the platform here. Yeah, that I have that one. I bought that Midway USA a few years ago. Yeah, God, probably a few years, probably 2008. So quite a few decades back, apparently. But I bought that. Fat wrench is a must-have. The other thing, I need more bits though, because I noticed the bits come with it. It's not enough. I was trying to do my brother's Tasco scope here a few months ago, and I says at the time on Amazon they had the Wheeler 89 piece set for $45. Like an idiot, I waited a few days and I went back on there and it went up to $60 and $70 again. It's $75 now, and I'll just wait till next year. It gets on sale. I'll get the 89 piece set. But,
Yeah, I've got a bunch of little extra bits for common ones sitting in that kit.
say when? Was it on? Got that from Eagle. Say when?
Yeah.
But, what else? I got other things over here from him. Let's see. Oh yeah, here you go.
Eagle stuff there up on the wall.
Behind every blade of grass. You got some too? Cool.
Yeah, is the Eagle Run 2-3. It's okay. It's unloaded. Eagle Run 2-3, and I got another one somewhere.
He sent me a place that that does these. And I
8.6
forget
blackout.
now. Go ahead.
8.6 blackout.
Yeah, he got into that blackout really, I think, before anybody did it, if I'm not mistaken. He's the only one I
He's
knew.
tempting me, but I keep resisting.
Yeah, that's boy, that bullet. That thing is spinning so doggone fast, boy. Wow, 1 and 3 is fast, which I'd call super fast. But
Yeah, if you got a question on 8.6, you talk to Eagle. There's no doubt about that.
I've been buying quite a bit of stuff. That other block I got from Real Avid, I don't use, and I'll say this: I did return the Real Avid a Master Vice block, and it's not because it's a good product. It's like that little small red one here I got is right here, but I just didn't like the way it was. I didn't like the way I didn't like the way it operated when I was putting the receivers on it and things. So
See
I knew
Eagle's comment there.
what's it,
That's insane.
475. Okay, I remember you one time mentioning something about that. Man, I was thinking engine the other day in a 350 short block because mine's short block in there. It turns like 5,000. When you redline it's 5,000 and 6,000 RPM revolutions per minute. That's unreal, isn't it? 475, 475,000. Wow. I say that's one. If the bullet don't kill you, it'll drill you to death. Drill a hole in you. But I was trying to think of anything else I got, but that's about it. Like I say, I got a bunch of punches now. I got 3 Grace USA. I just thought I'd go name brand USA stuff on that stuff because I got them $29, which typically is about $40.
Andy.
What's Andy saying?
That's a high RPM too.
Oh,
For
you ain't
350.
kidding. Oh yeah, Andy's got a built, basically a race engine. Yeah. Mine's just a stock 350, first gen tune port injection, which would be what the second generation of. Before that, it was what was it? God, I can't remember the name of it now. Not tune port. You think I would know that? I didn't know it. I just can't think of it right now. 84 Corvette had that version of the injection. Then it went after 84. It went over to tune port. Can't remember the name of it now. Andy probably knows what I'm talking about there.
Tune port.
Yeah, mine's tune port. In other words,
Yeah.
mine's not sequential. Each one firing. Mine does a whole bang, bang, 4-4 on that one harness. Weird, but that's how it works. Tune port come out in 1989, and it was pretty good for the time. I'm still trying to think of that name. What was the name of that? I'm trying to think. Can't remember. Can't even remember the name of it right now. You know how it is when you draw, or you get old, or you draw a blank. You can't think, especially during a live. When, it happened during a live. You can't think of it. Crossfire injection.
There you go.
Was the 84. Yeah. And that was considered really good at the time. And then they did away with that and went for tune port. And then they went to sequential, whichever one, like one goes bad. Supposedly mine, if one goes bad, you're supposed to replace the whole bank, which would be, passenger side or the driver's side on it. I am a carb guy, Andy says. Yeah, I grew up with carbs.
Yeah, I was looking. Michael Dunn mentioned about a company called, what's it called? Rail Avid.
Yeah.
Got some nice tools, haven't they?
That's what this is, Real Avid. Yeah, they got good punches. I've seen that. I did return. I did return their vice block though. Their big master square one, and not because it was built bad. I just didn't. It's just one of those things I didn't warm to. Who's we got here? Amboy's Corner. Appreciate you coming in here, man. Who else? Let me make sure I haven't missed anybody here.
Vanessa showed up.
Oh, hey, Vanessa. I hate to say it, I'm so used to Vanessa jumping in all the times. I'll see her name and I'll forget for a few seconds to call her out because she was actually was the first person to say. I did audio tests several years back during the day, and she did something. I forget what it was. I was there listening. I said, "Oh, thank you." She probably remembers that. I did the first audio test. I didn't do a video. I bought this camera up here. I've been thinking about buying that camera Mac has got, that Sony. I've been wanting to pull the trigger, but I've been buying so much stuff. Everything you see here, I've been buying. This here's by itself like $69, $70, just a barrel wrench. But I feel like with this, I'm done. I do not need another barrel wrench now. I'm fine. The only thing I do need that I would like to get, I want a dimple, SLR dimple for 6 1/4 barrel, and I need one for .750. Once I get those two things, about $35-$40, I'm done. I've got everything
You
I
mean
need.
for dimpling the gas block?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one from Call Valley, and it does all of them. It indexes over. It's a really nice little tool.
Mm-hmm. Isn't there one called KAW? Then there's one called KAK. Isn't there? KAK or?
I think mine is a Call, KAW.
Okay.
I've used it. Every Faxon barrel I have to use it on. It annoys me that Faxon doesn't dimple the barrels. And then they actually say something like it'll void your warranty. It's like, forget that. Really? I'm going to dimple my barrel for the gas block.
I have heard that, Hasbro, about that. If you dimple a barrel, they don't warranty. I think that's the most ridiculous. I mean, all you're doing is just a little dimple. You're not even going deep enough to affect it, and yet they say they don't want to warranty the barrel. The times have changed. Eventually, they'll start doing it in time, hopefully.
We should get together and drive a standard, to be honest. Make them all a given distance, and then the industry will comply.
Like this right here. This is the dust cover. It has a little tiny washer on there. Sometimes they'll give you two. Well, a lot of places, they just put the washer on for you now. This one is. It's LBE Unlimited. Bought it at my mom and pop probably 5 years ago. $10.99. But what else have I got? Yeah, you'd like that. You couldn't go wrong, Mac, on this reaction rod. You won't regret it.
I think I put one in my cart. I'll do some more research and see if I can find one a bit cheaper somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes you get it for $98, $99. That's what I paid for it. Check Optics Planet. I can't remember.
Yeah, they were $115 tonight as well.
Okay, yeah.
I did find that they don't make them for 9 millimeters. I did find that it's only 308 and 556.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's it. The boy, is it worth the money? I learned on just watching YouTube videos, but then I seen School of American Riflemen. He says I use this to check the clocking of the barrels. He kind of did a video one time a few years back about all of them he had on his bench. He had a ton of these, and he said this was his favorite, and I can see why. Of course, Eagle Run, he's got his. I think his is 308, and that's the one I got to get in time.
I can see Rich B jumped on. He's one of my followers on my channel. Hi, Rich. And I can see Amboy's Corner. That's a new name I haven't seen before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, appreciate you coming in here, man. We appreciate all of you. Make sure we ain't skipped somebody here. Tread, Amboy's Corner. Who's the person that's on your Rich B? Yeah. Hey, good to have you, man. Yeah. Appreciate you being here. But anyway, that's what I was going to talk about tonight. I'll do some videos too. I'm going to be doing. I'll probably do some more live showing these parts because, as far as I know, there is no rules on YouTube about handling a part. Well, I would say that you can't handle lead, and we know why. But so far, there's been nothing going on about parts. So I figure, heck, I'll show some of those. But, and I got one thing I did want to address. I love them Aero Precision Enhanced upper receivers. They're pretty good.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I weighed the Aero Precision Standard against this one that's got the wait a minute, not this one. I'm wrong. Hang on. I weighed Aero's. Wait a minute. Yeah, right, I'm on this. Almost got it turned around backwards. I weighed this against the standard upper Aero versus the enhanced. The enhanced weighs 4 ounces more, almost 5. Me, I'm more of a lightweight guy. That's why, Eagle Run got me a thinner barrel. I said I need something I can carry around easy and go hunting with. And, I did want to get a Target 6.5 Grendel, definitely a bigger barrel in time. But yeah, you'd be surprised. The enhanced weighs 4 ounces more, over 4 ounces. And you can also get them what they call slick side. Doesn't have the forward assist on it. And I'm thinking about purchasing one of those down the road too. And, here's Eagles, actually, the one he sent me. There's his 18-inch. His 18-inch Grendel, 6.5 Grendel he sent me. That's cool. I can't wait. It's almost, I mean, if you looked at this, you'd think it was a SOCOM mil-spec barrel from a distance. But that's the good part. It's going to be light, but easy to swing into action. And basically, I'm going to use it for hog and deer. And I get my car running, I'm going to throw it in the back, and if I'm traveling, I may hunt in some other state. Who knows? I was going to say I can't take my Corvette deer hunting because it'll scrub the mud holes. Potholes, I should say. But that's a good barrel. But I like Faxon barrels. I like that. I like Odin. I think I like Wilson Combat. You got a Wilson Combat, don't you, Hasbro?
Yeah, I've got several. They're really good. Now, barrels. And then I have, what do I have? I've got a Grendel. I've got a 6mm arc. I've got a hammer, 300 hammer is Wilson. So,
what barrel
pay for them, though.
What barrel do you have on that Grendel? Isn't it? I know it's stainless steel.
It's a 22-inch Wilson. What
Okay.
they call their Super Sniper series.
Okay, that's what I was trying to remember.
It's their quote unquote match level. Right.
Do you
That's
feel
not
like,
cheap. That's
is
like
it-
$360 or something like that. So
I want that barrel. Does it feel heavy in an AR? Do you?
no, because it's fluted. Even at 22 inches, it doesn't feel heavy.
Okay.
But the eight, honestly, I was after a 20 and they were out of stock for forever. I finally took the 22. But 18 or 20 is perfect for the Grendel.
What
20
length did you
just
say
gets
yours
you-
was? 20,
22.
22. Okay.
But I wouldn't have bought it if I could have got the 20.
Super Sniper.
Yep.
I'm going to look that up. Eventually, if I can get one, that'd probably be my next barrel. I've already got 2 for the AR, 223, 5.56. I've got one for the Grendel, thanks to Eagle. And the next one, if I buy one, probably would be a Target, or maybe 308, probably, because I got a 308 I need to build too in time.
That's in April. I believe early April, I'm going to be heading down Eagles Way and going hog hunting, boar hunting.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to be taking that Grendel and I'm going to take my 300 hammer too.
Oh, that's cool.
Use them for what they're intended for. I just been target shooting with them. I was going to put them to work.
That sounds like fun. Do some video, especially if you kill something.
I'll try to do that.
What they say, kill it, grill it, or something like that.
Well,
I used to watch Ted
that's the
Nugent a lot.
intent. Shooting one is one thing, but when you need to clear them out, we're going to shoot a lot and fill freezers. So
Mm-hmm.
I hope anyway.
I actually had my son-in-law, my granddaughter's husband, whatever he's called. He gave me a backstrap the other day. I put it on my smoker and cooked it. And it turned out pretty good.
Oh yeah.
First deer meat I had in quite a while. Well, actually, I did have a few ground cubed here a few months ago. But anyway, guys, what time is it? It's a little 9. We've been going about an hour now. Anything you want to talk about, Mac? Plug? We're going to kind of wind it down here, make it not a long show.
Oh, I'm just glad you're back up and running. We haven't seen you for a while, so it's good. And you need to get back into your Thursday slot and start streaming again. Missed you.
Missed you guys too, all of you. Mac being there, Hasbro, y'all in the side chat. Yeah, I it's weird. I pondered a stream, and then when Mac sent me a text this evening, I says, "Okay, I'll do one." And he used to text me because I was more regular back then. He'd go, "You gonna do a show tonight?" Or sometimes I go, "No." Then I started slowing down, and it just feels weird slowing down like that because I was so used to doing it. And I don't do this for money. Even if I was monetized, I wouldn't be doing this for money. I do it really for the fellowship and the meeting the guys and talking guns and stuff, that we enjoy. This is what, to me, it's all about. It's what it should be about. And
Eagle saying you got a hog Sunday night with 8.6. I'd love to see it. You got a video, Eagle? Because that's got to be a devastating round.
I bet that hog fell. Boy.
I bet it flipped up on his back and dropped dead.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a deer do that.
I would love to shoot hogs out of a chopper, helicopter. I think that would be wild. Wow. Probably got me scared to death for the height, but okay, I'll tilt my barrel over the edge. Yeah. But Garage Guy says he's got a S&W M&P 15 Sport 2. Okay. I almost got one of those a few years back, Garage Guy. Yeah, they're good. There's all kinds out there. I have one that I bought in the store. It was Core 15 out of Florida. And back in the day, around the Obama years, that thing was like $1,000. And shoot, now I can build probably a 308 close to $1,000 or a little more. But what's weird is I was reading something here a while back that said that in this industry, the one thing that inflation hasn't hit really hard is mostly AR and gun parts. Isn't that weird? But it's hit everything else, food, everything. But you can still get ARs, $389, uppers for $250, $200 on sale at some sites. Amazing. Some of them even come with a boat carrier group and all that. Good to see you, Chad. Appreciate you coming in here, man. But yeah, go ahead. Is that all you want to plug, Mac?
No, I was just saying. Sorry, I was just listening to you as well. Yeah. So, what have I been working on? I picked up all that powder, so I've just about finished making 10 rounds of each of the powder. So I'm gonna go and shoot that the weekend and make sure that they're all good. Make sure that the powder's still good. So I got that going. I'm halfway through a series on 338 Lepore loading. Yeah, I'm just trying to think what else. I've been pretty busy out here. I've been doing quite a bit. Obviously I'm back up on a Monday now doing my live streams. Back from my vacation, so I'm back doing the live streams. And I think I am, what am I now? I've had a huge run on my account lately, and I'm up to 973 subscribers.
Yeah, I seen that. Congrats.
Closing in on that big 1,000. So when I hit the 1,000, I might do something like this and get some of you guys on, and we'll do a little panel that night, and I'll do some giveaways. I haven't decided what I'm going to give away, but I'll find a few giveaways for that night when I hit 1,000 subs. So that'll probably be next week, the way it's going. I think I've added about 20 subs today.
Wow. I know mine went for a long time. Mine was stuck around 320, 30, and all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. I finally hit 400. I'm going to be doing a giveaway, but I've got to figure out what I'm going to give away. So hang on for that. I'll have Mac on, maybe Eagle, Hasbro, if they're not busy, and we'll do a drawing and give away a few things. I got to get some stickers made for my channel, and I haven't decided if I like my thumbnails yet. I've been thinking about getting someone to design a thumbnail. Let me just look at a few to eventually decide on one before I actually start printing stickers. But appreciate you being here, Mac. It's always good to be with you, man. Talk with you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Take it away, Hasbro. Yeah, good to see you too, man. I need to, matter of fact, I'm going to close my garage in. I'm thinking about it seriously. And I want to be able to have the room, not the stuff he's got, but the room where I can walk up and down the bench and have plenty of room and good light. This room here, and I can barely walk in this room. I ain't kidding you. This room's like 11 by 11, 10 by 10, maybe with a washer and dryer. So to me, I don't have no space, especially when I got the tripods, which I got 2 of those. They're usually in the way. So take it away, Hasbro. Plug whatever.
All right. I got a couple things I had set out on the bench. I've been playing around a lot with rimfire. stay at the range, and Elijah just got me hooked to a bunch of different shooting contests this year. So I built a new custom 1022, just starting to develop it and play with it. So I'm having a lot of fun. So that's what this is about. Anybody who has a Ruger 1022 knows what a pain in the butt the rotary magazines can be to get out, let alone put in, because they mount flush, and not all rifles and stocks drop them, right? So this from Tandem Cross, I just got in the mail yesterday. It's called a companion extended magazine bumper. It doesn't extend the capacity, but now instead of that, you have a handle hanging out.
I'm trying to figure out how to blow you. There we go.
Yeah, you got a handle holding out that you can pull it out with.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
that's going to be really useful. It's super simple to install. So I bought 2 of them, and I'm going to go and order some more for the rest of my mags. And I got a tool from them, and I have no idea how to use it. But this is supposed to be making putting the magazine back together when you tear it apart easier. An alignment tool.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the next step, is to take these magazines. This thing is spring loaded, and it's the number of times this wheel comes out and indexes is the tension on the spring, and they're all different from the factory. So I'm going to set them all the same. That's important for feeding, but I have rounds on some of the magazines where the case gets dented because the pressure is so high pushing that 10th round in there. I'm going to set them all the same. So I got to learn how to use this. And I've never taken one of these apart, and they're interesting. Then I got coming up. Go ahead.
Sorry. No, you go ahead. Sorry.
So then I got coming up. I just saw tonight. I'm at 1952. And so we're going to do a 2,000 party subscriber thing, probably in, we'll say 3 weeks, 4 weeks, depending on my schedule. MacMan and AR, you guys are definitely on one on the panel, and several on the side chat. I may send you invites too if you want to join us. And we're going to do a little giveaway. A lot of people are into tactical stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Stuff that looks mean and tactical, and like a lot of the lights and crap like that. Well, I'm going to do tacky cool. Things that are a little tacky and things that are cool. So that's what some of these are. There are 3 different knives, and I'm not going to show what they are yet, but they're kind of cool, and they're definitely tacky, and they're useful. So we'll do that. And then I've got several scope mounts I'm going to give away. Some are brand new that I bought extras of, and I just don't need. We're going to give them away, but then we'll give 2 good ones away. Quick release cantilever mounts for ARs, and one is Riton, and the other is a Burris Pepper mount, quick release. Mm-hmm. I've had them on doing different testing and different things, but I don't use them, and it's going to be time for somebody that would like a really nice mount. They're going to win those. I may have a couple other things here and there, but we'll at least have enough stuff that we get a few people in the chat. They're going to win something.
Sounds great. Yeah, I noticed you growing. Like I was telling you earlier, I noticed your numbers. And I said, congrats, man. That is good. Mac's growing. And I grew a little, which I don't do a lot. Believe it or not, during the holidays, the first time I dropped any kind of content that was actually edited. And what's weird is I know how to edit. I may not clip it just right, but I found a short way to do it where I don't have to worry about it. I just kind of use a remote, and I do kind of like scenes, and then I just pull them down in the editor and put it together. But anyway, enough of that. Good to see somebody I want to call out here. Good to see you, Chad. James Pollard joined us. Good to see you, James. Dale Pogue is with us. Somebody else I thought I seen. Michael Dunn. Good to see you, Michael. Guys, I appreciate you being here. It's been a while. It's been so long, I actually could not remember what to hit to blow Hasbro up a few minutes ago. I mean, that's how you software or something you just forget. You don't use it regular. But it's great being with you all. Appreciate you being here, Mac, Hasbro. It's always good to be with you guys. Appreciate you all in the side chat. You all have a good evening. God bless. Catch you on the next one.
Good night, everyone.
See y'all.
Good night.
Night.